Hello YouTube, this is Bowtied Media, and today I have a review of Ellis's Recollection Prospective. From what I can tell, this is Ellis's first major project, and by that I mean an LP or EP. From what I've been able to gather and find, he hasn't released anything other than singles or remixes before this point. Ellis's style is really funky and groovy and can be pretty much defined by indie dance, and with this EP in particular, he has a lot more British rap kind of vocal delivery influence throughout the songs. This EP is 5 songs long with one intro-ish, which I'm going to get to in a second, 60 minutes long, and pretty solid all the way through. When the intro track doesn't really sound like an intro track or transition track, I think the project is off to a good start, and this EP is exactly that. I would have loved to see Caught in the Rays kind of fleshed out into a longer song, maybe 2 or a minute and a half longer. I think this was actually one of the better songs on the project, and if it was a full-length song, I think it easily would have been my favorite. The track has one kind of future bass-ish sounding drop that is just absolutely beautiful, and it's got these awesome synth swells in between the entire time. It's a real fun listen. And albeit quite short, I think this track actually had the best vocal performance / delivery on the entire project. Don't Say You're Sorry was the first taste we got of this project, and it is easily the best on the project. Maribel's vocals add so much life and energy to the track. The whole thing is just phenomenal through and through. The song is a perfect blend of indie dance and a new disco-ish kind of style, and it invokes a sense of nostalgia while still remaining a modern take on funk. The bass slap hits are pure bliss, and the high synth hits are also phenomenal. They really bring the whole track together into this phenomenal atmospheric of the song. Speak Francais is a bit of an anomaly for me. It's got incredible production quality, just like the song before it, Don't Say You're Sorry, but the vocals that are highlighting the song are... I don't know what's happening. The song is fun, but the lyrical content is so memey and dumb and mindless. No EP's performance is almost like showy, and it just adds no real content to what it is. It almost sounds like the entire song is a joke. But once it kind of hits that status of joke, it hits the point where I think if you're watching this and listen to the song a ton, it's almost so bad it's good. Where you start, it's really stuck in your head, and you just can't get it out, and you're like, I hate the song, but I love it at the same time. It's a weird blend. The thing is catchy, for sure, but the little hits of French that are in the drops, they're just so mindless and not needed, and I don't know. Brand New Phone is very similar to Speak Francais in the sense of the European rap kind of style behind it, but it's almost like a dumbed-down, lesser version of Speak Francais in every capacity. It's not as extreme as Speak Francais is, if you know what I mean by extreme, and it's just not as pronounced and not as big and out there as Speak Francais is. It's almost like a calmer, more radio-friendly version of Speak Francais. It's still got a bit of the annoying vocal performance from Speak Francais, but it's not as bad, and so you don't hate it as much, but the production quality is not as strong as the first 2 tracks, so it's a really weird middle ground. Unfold wraps up the EP, and it kind of, in comparison to the other tracks, feels underwhelming. It's still a good song, but comparatively to the first 4, it just feels like there was a lack of, creativity with this one, even though it is so much that. It's stylistically a lot different from the rest of the project. It's more smooth and calm, and kind of adds this nice kind of softer feel that you don't get on any other track. Overall, this was a really solid debut project from Ellis, and I thoroughly enjoyed pretty much all of it. The more I listened to it, I just started to love it, and it's kind of become one of my favorites of the year. And for someone that is putting their first project out, it all flows pretty seamlessly together. Even though the transition between the first 2 songs, even though it's an intro track, isn't perfect, it's still good. Even on the other end of the spectrum with the transition between track 4 and 5, it's a pretty different stylistic change, but it still works together and flows quite well. I think Ellis did a really good job with this EP, and I actually liked it as a project more than any of his singles or remixes he's put out before. I think when he sticks to a more thematic or narrative element in this EP and does kind of a back-to-back-to-back feeling of everything, I think it really brings out the best of his production. Ellis's Recollection Prospective is going to get an 8. But thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Bowtied Media. If you have any comments or concerns, anything you want to let me know about this project, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Leave a like if you liked, and subscribe for more content like this. I will see you guys in another video.